So, hello everyone, and welcome back to Nicole Myths, Astrology and Tarot, formerly Divine Rebel. If you are not familiar with me and my channel, please be made aware I have no filter and I do not sugarcoat anything. I very much just read how I read. So if that is not your thing, you got kids around, just don't appreciate, raw, real messages like that. I'm always very respectful of it. I give you the opportunity to sign off now. Otherwise, we will definitely be getting into these Capricorn energies. But first, everybody needs to be made aware that all of my services, if you want to book with me, anything from readings to intention candles and events, everything is going to be going through my Etsy shop. Okay, you can book all of my services through my Etsy shop. The link is in the description. All right, for those of you who are in other countries and it causes an issue for you, it shouldn't, but if it does, it causes issue for you, please reach out to me because I will work with you with it. Okay, so Capricorn, those with strong or significant Capricornian energy in their charts. What is the milestone for your October? I'm using my Icarus Tarot for it. I thought it was fitting for the month. What milestone are you moving through for the month of October? I'll be using my Mirror of the Soul Tarot to get some insights into your month after. What is the milestone for Capricorn and those with strong or significant Capricornian placements in their chart? What is it, Spirit, please? What is going on with Capricorn energy for October? The Hierophant. The Hierophant. This card in this deck, the Hierophant, is a cat, which truly is the epitome of seeing beyond the veil. And it's holding a mouse and asking you to remain at peace, right? To take a moment of pause. Capricorn energy, this month, the Hierophant card is like the teacher. It is the student and the teacher dynamic, right? The student and the teacher dynamic as an embodiment. Understanding that simultaneously at all times, you and everyone else are both the teacher and the student, right? Constantly learning and constantly offering learning, offering lessons. And it's about taking a moment of pause to address the mouse. Now, the mouse, symbolically, is the pest that gets into your pantry and ruins your nourishment, right? Metaphorically speaking. The mouse is what the cat, right? This intuitive energy that sees beyond. This feminine energy, this intuitive energy, it's what the cat picks up on. It's what the cat hunts. It literally is the feminine intuitive energy of the self hunting the pieces of the world that steal and wreak havoc on our nourishment. Energy-wise, right? That these mice are thieves of energy. They exist in the world, they exist within the self. Sometimes we rob ourselves of our own wonderful energy, of our own wonderful nourishment from experience. We rob ourselves. Capricorn is being made aware not only of how they rob themselves from beautiful experience, potentially sabotaging beautiful experience, being made aware of their own inner mice. But they're also teaching others or bringing to the awareness of others their mice. They're recognizing the mousy energy in other people in their life, and how other people in their life that have become a part of their being take from their ability to nourish. Sometimes, I'll give an example, sometimes people that we love, right? Sometimes people that we love disappear from our life one way or another. And there's this fear of loving people because the people you love disappear. They go away. They don't come back, right? That becomes an inner mouse within the self. You don't realize the things that you take on, the characteristics that you embody in order to push people that you could potentially love away. It becomes your own inner mouse. Your higher self is teaching you and bringing into your conscious awareness, if anything, through this reading, that you are robbing yourself of nourishment. You are robbing yourself of beautiful experience that you can feed off of, that you can thrive off of. For the month of October, Spirit is bringing to your awareness how you rob yourself by letting others that you've witnessed in the experience, past, present, or otherwise, rob you. It was never the intention of the person who went away or disappeared to leave you feeling like you could never let people in, that you could never let your heart out because, you know, it could be broken. What if you truly loved someone else and they disappeared? Well, maybe subconsciously now you don't really want to love anyone because loving someone hurt before. So how are you pushing away people that you know you love here? You know you love them here. In your soul, you love them. How then are you creating a character of yourself? Attitudes, reactions, perspectives, beliefs that push them away. That you would think, they're hurting me. They're hurting me. I need to push them away. When they're not actually hurting you. If you listen to the Sagittarius reading, we had a conversation about how people cannot hurt you. They can only bring up the pain from within yourself for you to heal that you've taken personally from elsewhere. People don't actually hurt each other. They project from their own hurt space, and then people decide whether or not they're taking it personal. If you've witnessed someone in your life and you said them leaving, right, they disappeared, it hurt me. They hurt me when they left. They hurt me. And you took their pain personal. You've put yourself in a position where you would potentially accuse people that you love of hurting you so that you would push them away with your reactions, your behavior, your choices, the things that you say, should say, don't say, do, don't do, right? Your character dynamic is made up of this pain body. And this is what's being addressed, right, with the month of October. Your ability to recognize how you rob yourself of nourishing experiences and nourishing people that you love in soul because you're actually afraid to love and lose them. Because that's your own inner mouse wreaking havoc on all of the nourishment the divine would give you in your pantry. You literally have an inner mouse wreaking havoc on the divine's pantry of nourishment for you. Because you're afraid to love and lose. I want to bring up something that I brought up earlier this month. As children, and I'm talking about young, like infant children, we play peekaboo, right? We play peekaboo. Because I'm on this analogy, this metaphor of losing people, right? People that you love disappear. Go with me. Take it how it resonates for you, okay? As children, little kids, we play peekaboo. And they hide their eyes, and they think you're gone, and you can't see them. And then when they open their eyes, up, you're still there, right? It's no different with people that we love that disappear, that leave our life. Just because we can't see them in our life doesn't mean they're not still there loving us. Just because we can't see them doesn't mean they're not there. We learn this as children and forget it as adults. That it applies to the divine mirror of things, the spirit of things, and how it relates to life here as above and so below. Just because people experience leaves your life and you can't see them anymore doesn't mean they're still not there. You just can't see them behind the veil. That's what the hands represent. They're still there on the other side of the veil loving you. And when the time comes that this lifetime is done and we are all on the other side, that's where the love is still there on the other side of the veil. The experience was just the experience because on some level you had to learn that you are worth loving and sticking around for. One, that there are people in this life that would love you and stick around despite yourself through your healing. That you are worth loving and sticking around for, and that you are capable of loving without fear of loss because of those people. That you don't have to be afraid to love them because they will stick around with you at your worst. That's why they deserve your best. The problem is, Kat, maybe you've been keeping your best from the people that love you here for too long, too many lifetimes, too many years. This is the recognition, the milestone, that you are both the teacher and the student of the divine of life. And that the divine would not have you miss this message and bring this message into your awareness to address your mice. The higher self loves you too much to continue watching you choose to suffer. Insight into the months, please. Give us some more insight, please, Spirit. Three of Cups. The Lust card. The Five of Swords. And the King of Swords. I am not surprised that card came out. Queen of Cups on the bottom. And the Five of Discs, or worry, on top. You have a lot of love to give, Capricorn. The Queen of Cups is the you are mine to love card. My soul knows it is meant to love yours. My soul knows it is meant to love yours. That's what this card is, and that's the underlying issue. You know your soul is meant to love. problem is on the conscious mind, the top of the deck is that worry card. You're worried. This is exact confirmation of everything that I just said. You're worried that the people you are meant to love aren't going to love you back and they're going to leave you one day. And you might constantly be fucking testing them to see if they leave. How terrible, how outrageous can I be to make them prove they're not going anywhere so that I could finally trust them and love them back? You got to catch yourself and remember that life is not about testing people. Life is about love. Have you tested them enough? Have you tested them enough? No matter how outrageous and terrible your actions or choices can be, that you would push them away to test to see if they're still there or if they're going to leave too. Can you recognize the person who is not leaving, who still loves you despite yourself and your outrageousness, right? With your mice, your havoc. The Three of Cups. You might be in a situation where you seriously care about somebody and you are worried maybe they care about someone else, but you have a serious physical attraction to them. Especially at the beginning of the month, you might be feeling full of joy and full of overflow and physically attracted to someone, only to realize maybe they are not the person. They are not the person that loves you despite yourself. They're a mouse. They're a mouse that would wreak havoc on your energy should you take their own pain personal. There could definitely be 3 people involved in some odd love triangle. Take this how it resonates, because this could go from the person that you're thinking about as well, right? And be cards for you to receive what's going on. Really, my energy is overwhelming. It almost feels like my inside is shaking. You've put yourself under a lot of pressure, Capricorn. A lot of pressure. Trying to be something that you're not. Attaching to your mice and trying to be something that you're not. That you would deny the universe's best love for you. Focusing on your inner mouse. That's this third energy, whatever the third energy is for you, whether it's another outside person or definitely within the self. Bottom line, Cap, is you want to be loved. You want to be loved, and you don't want to ever lose that love, ever. I think the big issue is that you're constantly dealing the people that love you defeats. Or the people that want to love you or would be willing to love you, you're constantly potentially dealing them a defeat. And then feeling defeated. And then feeling defeated. Almost like they let you down when in fact you let them down. It's almost like, I'll give an example. It's like Capricorn reacted to something in a way that was completely unnecessary, right? Or unwarranted, completely unnecessary or unwarranted reaction. And then wonders why this person's not reaching out to them or initiating things. Well, because Cap shut it down with their reaction. Cap pushed away. and then maybe gets upset because, you know, they didn't reach out to me first. Well, why would they though? But why would they though? Why would they reach out to you first? Maybe you outright expressed that you need a break from them, or you don't know how to deal with them, right? Because you're freaking out inside your own energy. You don't know how to deal with yourself. You're projecting it at them. I don't know how to deal with you. I don't know how to talk to you. You know, wherever you're at in your head, I can't handle this. It's because the mirror of things would say you can't handle yourself. You have no idea how to respond or react to yourself. You have no idea how to address yourself. It's not the other person you're projecting at's fault. This is where you got to cut the mice loose. The King of Swords here has the sword up in hand and is ready to cut the cords on all of the little small people who might as well be mice down here carrying all their fucking pain baggage. Because the King of Swords can't carry it for them anymore. The chariot ain't going anywhere. Chariot ain't going to go anywhere. It's too heavy. It's too much work. Nobody wants to pull a chariot carrying around a whole bunch of excess bullshit weight. You got to cut it off. The mice are not a necessary part of your house. Your being. The mice are not necessary. They are not a necessary part of the house. They are not required. They do not make it better. Okay? They do not make the house a home. I hope, Cap, with love, that this message reaches you at the right time, so that you can truly take a moment of pause and address the mice. Because Spirit loves you. And it doesn't want you robbing yourself of nourishing experience. People that love you despite yourself deserve your best. They don't deserve your worst. They don't. Those are the people that don't. Please go make peace and make amends. If you realize that you've been unnecessarily testing someone over and over and over again, maybe multiple people. Maybe you have a lot of people in your life that love you despite you. They love you despite you. And yet you continuously test their love, waiting for the day they push you away and they break. Ask yourself, why would you actually want to break or push away people that love you despite everything you do that would hurt them or ruin things? And the people that leave and disappear, they love you too. Behind the veil, the love is still there. But you can't stop loving because your love went somewhere you can't see anymore. Your love didn't go away. Neither will the people here. I hope that helps, because that is some serious energy for Capricorn for October. Until next time, guys, this is Grace Nicole Myths signing out. Remember, always love each other, and most importantly, love yourselves. Bye, everybody.